Welcome to Yoga and Qigong for Neutralizing and Harmonizing, coming to you from our arrival at the equator in Nanyuki, Kenya. This session is special as it's a number of different ways for you to master your yoga or union in an instant. I'm Jesse Hart. Many may believe that to master yoga is to achieve in an exalted state, though interestingly enough, that exalted state has nothing to do necessarily with achievement, for it is simply relief, a subtle and strong feeling of peace. Our objective is to be able to achieve this state manually, without anything found outside of the body. When we can do this and neutralize all unserving thoughts, we can see more clearly into our lives and then choose whether or not to commit to certain challenges and stresses, or simply let them go. Done repeatedly, this skill will eventually become effortless and automatic. The more you practice, the more you share this practice, the easier and easier it will become. So be sure to save this video and repeat it until all the techniques are deep within your memory banks. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos up and coming from around the whole world. This session is sponsored and dedicated to my student and friend, David. With the beautiful backdrop of Mount Kenya, though you won't be able to necessarily see it clearly during the session, that's alright. We're going to be focusing on ourselves, and we'll be beginning with what is paradoxically the easiest as well as most challenging of all the practices, which is to surrender or to accept. So lie down, relax, and see about scanning yourself, letting go of any unconscious physical, mental, or emotional tension you're holding on to with an exhale out your mouth. Ask yourself, can I just accept this moment for what it is right now? We must learn to always accept this moment, which is the eternal and everlasting moment of now. For if we can't accept ourselves and all as it is right now, when will we? Let's slowly rise back up into a cross-legged seat and begin with some seated full body breaths. You can have your legs crossed or out in front of you. Just have your spine free and take a quick moment just to note how you're feeling right now, what you're thinking, noting and accepting how your body feels. You can move into a half lotus if you'd like to challenge yourself a little more. We'll be doing both sides. We'll begin by bringing one hand over the belly and one hand to the side ribs. We'll use these as indicators to make sure we're taking in our biggest and best breaths. So breathe into your nose, expand your belly, your side ribs, and your chest. Pause, hold the breath gently, and then exhale out the mouth, contracting the ribs and releasing the stomach, till we're squeezing the breath out. Pause, hold no breath, and then release your hold on the breath, and inflate into your belly hand, and into your side rib hand, all the way up into your chest. Full lungs, pause and hold, absorb and relax, and then release out. Breathing slowly out, relaxing the chest, side ribs, and belly. Repeat this a few times at your own pace, pausing at the peak of an inhale that's almost uncomfortably full, as well as pausing at the depths of the exhale, almost uncomfortably empty. If you're doing half lotus, you can switch it now and do a few more full body breaths without using the hands, but pretending like they're there, and experience the full expansion and contraction of your torso. Conscious attention to the stress of your lungs will reorient and direct your focus away from the unnecessary stresses of life into the necessary stresses of life, fundamentally being breath and conscious presence. Good. Slowly uncross your legs and bring them out in front of you. Now we'll move on to the next. Shake out, wiggle out, and smile. So give yourself your presence to your legs, your feet, your knees, your whole body, and just begin to bounce and shake and wiggle out any excess tension that you're holding, and put a big smile on your face, even if you don't feel like it. Smiling for 30 to 60 seconds will naturally release some endorphins, and you'll just start to feel happier. Next, we'll move to seated and standing spinal warm-ups. Inhale and bring the chest forward, shoulders back, chin lift. Exhale, chin to chest, shoulders to ears, and your back behind you. Arching the spine forwards and up on the inhale, and back and down on the exhale. Once again, breathing full body breaths in through your nose, arching the spine forwards and up, and out through your mouth, back and down. Generate enough pressure in your spine so that you can be sure that you are creating space in between each and every vertebrae, freeing up your nervous system. Then we'll come up to center, bring our left hand down, and our right arm up, inhaling. Exhale and arch it over to the left. You can come down onto your forearm if that's comfortable for you, but inhale and open up your shoulder and chest. Exhale and go further over, further down. Keep checking in, make sure you have an even amount of pressure in both sit bones, and keep going as far as you can, and then rise back up on an inhale, and exhale, bring the hand down. Breathe in, left arm lifts. Breathe out, arch over to the right. Same thing on this side. Inhale, open up the shoulder and chest, and exhale, come down even further. Pause, hold for one breath at your medium limit, at a place that is reasonably uncomfortable for you, but still safely away from pain. Then we'll inhale, rise back up with both hands, and then exhale, scan through your body and relax from head to foot. Then we'll bring our right hand across to our left knee, our left fingertips behind our tailbone, pressing up through the fingertips, lift your spine on an inhale, and exhale, hug your knee and twist. Twist the belly, twist the chest, twist the neck, head, and eyes, looking as far over your shoulder as you can. Get to that medium, uncomfortable limit, and hold for a couple breaths. Then inhale, untwist and come back to front, and switch. Left hand to right knee, right fingertips behind, pressing through, lifting the spine on the inhale, and exhale, twist. You can also hook your knee with the outside of your wrist for greater leverage. Go as far as you can and hold for 2 big full body breaths. On your next inhale, come back to front and do 1 quick counter twist back over the left shoulder. Then inhale back to front, slowly come to standing. And now let's do some standing spinal warm-ups. We'll bring our hands down to just over the knees. And inhale, arch the spine forwards. Exhale, arch the spine back. Just the same as our seated, but now standing. Chest forward and up, chin up. Tailbone tucks back behind us, chin to chest. And expand your lungs with your spine. Then we'll exhale and relax down in a ragdoll, and inhale, slowly peel up, and then supporting your hips and low back with your hands, exhale and back bend. Tuck the pelvis, flex the core, inhale, rise back up, and then bring your right arm up, left arm down, inhaling, exhale, arch over to the left. Inhale, open up the shoulder and chest, support yourself with your left hand on your leg, and exhale, arch even further and hold for a breath. Then Inhale, rise back up with the hand, and exhale, lower it. Inhale, rise up with the left hand, and exhale, arch over to the right. Same as before. Inhale, open up the shoulder and chest. Exhale, lower. Hold for one big full body breath. And then inhale, rise back up with both arms. Exhale, lower the arms down the center, scanning through the body and relaxing any and all tension from head to foot. Then we'll slide our left arm around our low torso and our right arm behind the low back. Hook with the hand and wrist and twist, looking as far over your right shoulder as you can. Make sure that you feel an adequate amount of pressure in throughout your spine and your organs as we're wringing them out here. Then switch. Inhale back to front. Exhale, right arm in front, left arm behind. Hooking, twisting as far into your medium limit as possible, and hold for a breath or two. Good. Then let's inhale, come back to front, and exhale one quick counter twist back over the right shoulder before inhaling back to center. Next is perfect standing posture. We'll use 2 fists as a measuring tool to measure out the space between our feet. Bend your knees and measure out from toes to heels parallel 2 fists apart. Then lift all 10 toes up, and we'll rotate our weight around in circles, figuring out what an even amount of pressure in the feet feels like. Then lower the toes and connect to your foundation, the here and now, and experience the support of your mat, of the ground or the floor beneath you, connecting to the whole earth and the universe. From this secure foundation, we will build up. Straighten out your knees until they're locked, and then exhale, slightly bend them. Hands on the hips, tuck your pelvis under and forwards until you get an engagement in your low abdomen. Then on an inhale, pull your navel in and up, your chest up, and your crown up as if suspended from a string connected to the heavens. Bring the shoulders and head slightly back, chin to chest, and exhale, relax your head, jaw, neck, shoulders, arms, side body, hips, glutes, legs, and feet. Take a moment to check in and study this posture before moving on to toroidal breathing. Inhale, moving the hands up the midline and up and overhead. Exhale, the hands down the outsides, back down. Inhale, moving up through the torus. Exhale, moving down the outsides and down. This is the fire direction, so visualize the fire burning through any physical, emotional, or mental blockages and exhale out the smoke. One more time, big breath in through the nose and then in through the lips. One more breath out through the nose and out through the lips. Then inhale up to your heart center, then exhale reverse. Bring the hands down and then inhale up the outsides. Exhaling down the midline, scanning through. This is the water direction, so visualize the water evaporating up on the inhale and exhale raining down through the body as conscious energy from head to foot. Couple more times. Big breath in, rising up. Big breath out, coming into what I like to call a state of positive neutrality. Let's go one more big bonus breath. Really fill up those lungs. Rise up, shift your gaze to meet the heavens, and exhale, shift your gaze internally and externally down through the whole body. Then we'll clear the ground and bring our hands palm over the low abdomen. Check in with your physical, mental, and emotional state. All right, we're about halfway through the practice now, and we're going to move into the horse stance meditation. So at first, we were focusing on relieving ourselves manually. Now we're focusing on creating manual tension. So we'll widen our stance, bend the knees over the ankles, tuck our pelvis in, and lift the arms up, hands at shoulder height, elbows relaxing down. Keep the pelvis tucked, keep that spine long with the belly in and up, chest up, and crown up. We're going to be here in stillness, focusing just on our breath and the pressure developing in throughout our bodies for as long as we can. Do your absolute best not to come out of it early, but hold it for as long as possible. We're getting into a medium hard limit here, so it should be very uncomfortable, just shy of feeling painful. Keep your shoulders relaxing back and down. Feel the movement of the breath throughout the pressure of the body. Exhale it out the mouth and keep focused. It's just feeling. You're just alive. Just a bit longer. You're almost there. Use the timer as a measuring tool to gauge how far you are able to go without taking a break. Let's inhale and begin to release. Palms forwards, exhale, hands down, legs straight. Slowly walk the feet back in, and we'll move up again into a standing shake or wiggle, plus a smile. Loosening up any and all tension, softening from head to foot, and releasing all those happy, good feeling endorphins throughout your system. And if you're taking this too seriously, honk your nose or do something random and ridiculous. Let yourself feel good, even when you don't. Another thing we can do is walking meditation, or simply movement. Go find a new space. Clear yourself out of where you feel stressed. It doesn't necessarily need to be for a long time or a far distance, but just with an upright posture, feel yourself connecting heel to foot, moving around. Sometimes I even like to go for a jog. You can also have some blessed gratitude water. Open up your water bottle, say thank you, I love you, and take a drink. Feel the water moving down into your stomach, and know that you're taking care of yourself. And that's a good thing. We are all beings learning about the flow of life. And we may all agree that being alive is infinitely better than being dead. So use that as a form of contrast to have authentic gratitude simply for being. Now let's be harder with a core workout. Seated on the ground with the knees up and feet flat, chest up, we'll inhale and then exhale, rock it back into a half boat pose. Heels up to the level of the knees. Slowly release your hands from behind your legs and balance in the half boat pose. We inhale, bring the chest up. I'll show it to you from the side. And exhale, relax your shoulders down your sides. Make sure there's no tension in your neck or face, but a lot generating in your core. Big, huge breaths into the nose. Exhale out through pursed lips. If you still want more, straighten the legs into the full boat pose. Wherever you're at, you should be getting a little bit of a shake in throughout your body. Get your mind to focus past the pressure and onto your breath. Embrace the feeling of this core workout, because once again, it is indicating that you're alive. Mind over matter is the name of our higher self's game. So practice observing and rising above the so-called discomforts of life. To complete, we'll inhale, rise the hands up, and exhale, lower the legs down with control. And then, when in doubt, or just need to release some tension, shake it out. And of course, smile. Pretend like you enjoyed that. Trick your body into believing it likes getting in shape in this way. It's a very beneficial practice and skill to build. So since you liked it so much, let's do something more with the core. In and outs. Inhale into canoe pose. Exhale, knees to chest, chest to knees. You can use your hands on the ground for balance or lift them up. I suggest getting into a different muscle group here, so experiment. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Keep it going. This is a moving core workout now. You might still develop a little bit of a shake here, a little bit of discomfort. Use your breath and become a machine. Use this in any and all of your physical workouts. Come down with control And once again, shake out, wiggle out, smile. Great work, you guys. All right, all of the challenging parts are over, and we've come around full circle. Go ahead and bring your arms forward and exhale. Lower yourself slowly back down to the mat, where we go into Shavasana, or conscious relaxation. Just like the surrender and acceptance, maybe it's a little bit easier now that you've gone through a conscious workout, that you've put yourself through some physical, mental, and emotional pressures. So go ahead and inhale in through the nose with the eyes open. Exhale out the mouth, close the eyes, and truly relax and surrender your whole body, taking some time to absorb everything that you've done today in your practice. This is not a time to check out. This is a time still to practice, breathing in through your nose, being present with your physical body and physical space, and breathing out your mouth, relaxing any and all unconscious tension you're still holding, and letting yourself tiptoe ever closer towards falling asleep. Develop the skill of hovering yourself in between being awake and being asleep. This is also known as the theta frequency, and you'll find much bliss and energy here. When you're ready, waken the body, wiggling the fingers and the toes, rotating the ankles and the wrists, and swaying your neck from side to side. Inhale and bring the arms up overhead, fill your lungs, and give yourself a full body wake up stretch. Before exhaling, rising back up to our cross-legged seat. Taking a moment now to check in, and finally, feel your emotions. This is above all skills. We cannot ever master ourselves without mastering our emotions, and that comes first and foremost with accepting our emotions and even celebrating them. Not just your happiness, but your sadness, your anger, your confusion, passion and compassion alike, they all are. And finally, a bonus, prayer. Hands, all fingertips together, pressing the palms against one another with thumbs at heart center. Check in with your heart and the nerve endings in between your hands interacting. And give your Creator a prayer, be that nature, the earth, the universe, Source, Spirit, God. Ask for what it is you seek, and trust with faith that it will come to you. Thank you all for trusting me as your yoga guide. Namaste. There's plenty more where this came from, both on this channel as well as connecting with me in person. Please comment or reach out via social media on what it is that you would like to work further on, and let's see what we can do together. Once again, I am Jesse Hart of Full Circle Phenomenal. Please save, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you around the world.